viola time! Yay, let's see if we can crack some of this Viola Case music. This will be the done and dusted for page 3. So we learned about pizzicato and setting up your position last time. So make sure you have a comfortable chair that you can put your feet flat on the floor in, and that you can sit in a neutral position. Take your viola in your left hand, rotate your arm around and bring it to your chin. And then just take a little bite out of your chin. Make sure you're not doing this with your neck or that you're using too many muscles. On viola, I think it's really important to have a shoulder rest. And you may have to go to a shop and get yourself fitted for a shoulder rest so that it's comfortable for you. Sometimes collared shirts can be a problem, or a lot of bulk up here, so make sure you don't have too much bulk right there. And then just make sure you're in a neutral position. You can hold it with your chin and your shoulder without using a lot of muscles. We just had the sun come through the window, yay. All right, let's do done and dusted for page 3. So we're starting on that A string. We have A, D, G, and C, and I'm just gonna play it straight through. If you can play it like this with me, then you're ready to move on to page 4. You can put your left hand right here, just to kind of support everything. And let's start right on measure 1, and we'll go straight through, no repeats. 1, 2, ready, play. And say the notes out loud as you go through. C, G, 2, 3, 4, D, and A, 2, 3, 4. Now A, D, G, G, C, 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 G, G, D, D, A. Now one of each. And your arm slightly raises up and lowers. Mix up. D, D, G, G, A, C, C, D, D, G, G, A, C, D, G, A, C, D, G, D, D, C, C, G, G, A, D, D, C, C, G, G, A, D, C, G, A, D, C, G, A. And then take a little bit of a moment at the end here and go ahead and play your notes that you wrote, and make sure that you have the open strings really solid in your memory, where they are here and where they are on the staff. Quarter notes, beats, we're going to turn the page and look at next. So our next page, as we move on into this viola case, and we're going to crack this case, you put on your detective hat here, and let's take a look at the kinds of notes that you're going to run across. So in this music, you've already run across the quarter notes on that third line down. So you know that there's 4 quarter notes in every measure. Well, the Great Pyramid is one measure on each of these. So we have one measure, one. All of this line is just one measure for each of these kinds of notes. And this is where your rhythm comes from. So in music, there's a mathematicalness to the kind of counting that we did. So we did quarter notes, 1 beat per quarter note in 4/4. We're going to back up, and if we take a quarter note and make it twice as long, double a quarter and you get half. So a half note is an open circle with a stem, and it gets 2 beats in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we take a half note and double it, make it twice as long, we get a whole note. So a half doubled, if you know your math, makes 4, 4. And a whole note is an open circle with no stem, and it takes up 4 beats, or a whole measure in 4, 4. This is how your notes relate to each other, and this is how musicians end up playing together. They know what the count is of a particular look of a note, and then so counting is going to be very important, which we will dig into more. So then we have, if we take a quarter note and we make it half as long or twice as fast, we get what's called eighth notes. And eighth notes are a dark circle with a stem and either a beam that hooks them to the other notes, or we can have a flag, which is not here yet, but we will learn that in later on, not in this book, but in the other books down the road. But you can also look at music and look to see if you can find a flag. Our counting on these, on eighth notes, I'm going to use 1 te, 2 te, 3 te, 4 te on these rather than 1 and 2 and, but whatever count you use, te is good because it's an actual consonant that comes out right at, and has like a little ambiguousness of when it starts, 1 and. Either way you do it, it doesn't matter. It's more important that you get the evenness of these notes. Then if we take an eighth note and make it twice as fast again by making it a 16th note, we have a dark circle with 2 beams or 2 flags depending upon what music you're looking at. So, and then this will be counted 1 ta te ta, 2 ta te ta, 3 ta te ta. And if we go one farther, we get 1/32 notes with 3 beams and 1 ta ta te ta ta, 2 ta ta te ta ta, and so on. We will not see, we really won't see 16th notes in this book. You're going to work mostly with whole, quarter, whole, half, and quarter notes, and then with eighth notes. Then what I want you to do this week is go down and answer these questions on the mathematical time so that you have a good idea of how all of these notes go together. It's not important that you know how to play them yet. It's important that you know what they look like and what they mean. And then as we go farther in the book, then you'll get exposed to more of that. So answer the questions. The next video we'll do a done and dusted on the Great Pyramid, and we'll do a bow introduction. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.